Yo, it's your boy Meaky Meak, M-E-A-K-Y-M-E-A-K, Tizzy, you fucking with Crack TV. Boom, boom, boom.
They be saucing, what? I be saucing, whoa, I be saucing. Even though these niggas rapping with me, I be saucing, whoa, I be saucing. But
every day it's like I feel alone. My pops ain't never give me bread for no ice cream cone. So every time I hear that truck, I run and get my clone. I miss your bitch, I still tell stories about it.
M-E-A-K-Y-M-E-A-K, you know the vibes.
That's a
What's up,
Fendi.
big buddy? How you?
You already know what's going on, man. So shit, it's the first little interview, you feel me? Crack TV. I'm saying?
On Crack TV too, man. It's a lot of good shit I'm hearing about Crack TV. I definitely gotta tap finish like that for being my first interview and all that. I gotta come to the best.
For sure. You already know what it is, you feel me? So we're gonna get to this shit, you feel me? So, you know, like, tell the people like what's your background and shit and what like got you into rap music.
Shit, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm from Utica, New York and shit like that. My whole family is from Brooklyn. My mom and shit, she from like far like Middletown and shit. My dad from Brooklyn, no Brownsville and shit like that. So he was trying to, keep me into it, the family, back and forth.
For sure.
When I was little and shit, I just used to always hear like mad rap music or like all types of music growing up. I was listening to Mary J. Blige, Beyonce, then I was fucking Paramore. Like I was always
hell yeah, so you came up in that era there, like.
Oh yeah, and I mean being with Master, I got 5 other siblings, so being all with them is so many different personalities. They all like different music, so I can just take the shit, and just put it in my head, and I mean, all the
definitely, I definitely could relate to that, because I got about 5, 6 siblings too. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So I definitely understand that. For sure.
But when it comes down to like me wanting to make music and shit like that, I really like thought I wanted to make music when I see my friends doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh nah, this shit is possible. Like now, when you put on your earphones and really hear the person sitting next to you, like I'm like, oh nah, this shit is really possible. And growing up, I was in my middle school, I was actually in the choir. So you know what I mean, that's how I always, when you tune into my tracks, you will hear me singing a lot because I was really in the choir. Like
so that explains definitely.
You know what I mean? My teacher, shout out Miss Val, she used to call on me to just come sing in front of the whole class and shit.
For sure.
And I always was the type to get up and just do it. You know what I'm saying? It's my personality. I'm like, fuck, I know I can sing. I mean, know what I mean? Try to do my little ones and twos in front of people to show them, like, know what I mean? Like, I'm really, like, I love this. I love music.
Right. So, how long has music been a part of your life? Like, there's some shit you've been doing like forever now since, or like you said you started, you was in the choir and shit, and basically like as you got older listening to different music and shit like that, that's basically how long it basically been.
I feel like me doing that, that's how I learned rhythm. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I learned how to like a bunch of shit you gotta know with this music shit. I learned how to like, rap in the beat and the keys and the sopranos like the choir and all that. So that shit never left me, you know what I mean? Like that shit always stuck in my head. So even when I'm writing in my phone, I sometimes think about, if I put my voice in this key, it's gonna sound like this, you know what I mean? So
definitely.
I always I probably say music been in my life for probably about going on like, I'm 22 by the way, so that shit was probably in my life for about 12 years, I want to say.
Definitely.
Over 12 years.
Okay. So if it wasn't for music, where you think you would be at right now?
Honestly, if it wasn't for this music shit, I'd probably be like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I'm more focused on my son. So I know if this music shit didn't work, I would take all my energy that I got for this music shit and just put it into, just being a full-time father, you know what I mean? A whole bunch of shit, that I be going through, trying to be like this music. So if I couldn't do music and I couldn't rap, I'd just be with my son, you know what I mean?
Definitely. So that's basically when you realized that music was the way for you?
Yeah,
like that was
when I had a son.
For sure.
I knew, it's so many people telling me, yo, you sound nice, you know what I mean? So I'm like, you know what, I might as well try to take this shit to the top, to the point where it's like some of my songs, my son didn't even sing it, you know what I mean? Sing along. Sometimes he be trying to rap with me, so I'm just like, this is what I could possibly, make it from, So that's what I've been really trying to do ever since, I started this music shit. And to answer your question, if I wasn't doing this music shit, I'd probably be on Facebook, every picture, you know what I mean, with my son.
For sure.
I'm not nothing music oriented, definitely, if I wasn't, you know what I mean, with this music shit.
So how you think that your music is gonna make a difference or be different from other people's music?
I feel like my music is different because I come from a different background than everybody, you know. So I try to put a lot of my background into my music sometimes, but I also just like to switch it up and not say, I mean, not even talk about my background and just try to make something that not necessarily I would usually make, you know. I try to make a rock song and I mean, make anything, you know, that's just make me move, make my head bop, you know what I mean? Like, so.
For sure. So you got any type of projects or anything out right now?
Yeah, I actually dropped my first tape in 2019. It's called Sleepless Nights. It was going crazy. Everybody was loving it, you know. You can check that out on SoundCloud. I got a whole bunch of music on SoundCloud. I also dropped a little EP.
Y'all go get that.
No restrictions. That's for me. I dropped No Restrictions because I got off parole.
For sure.
So, but you know, that's
you could talk about that if you want. Like, you feel me? You know, if it ain't, you know, we don't be doing that shit on Crack TV. You feel me? But if it's something you want to let the people know, like about your background or whatever, about that, why you was on parole or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You got into a little case or some shit, you know what I'm saying? Keep it short, brief, you know what I'm saying?
I got into a little case, whatever the case may be.
You know what I'm saying?
A little charge, a little, 1 to 3 years and shit like that. So
okay, so you actually did some shit then actually been, you know what I'm saying, behind that wall and shit like that. Like,
yeah, I mean, I got accused of doing some shit, but like, you know what I mean?
No, that's what I mean, like, you know what I'm saying, like, not like that. I mean, like, you actually, like, the shit you rap about, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you actually done been through some shit, like, you know what I'm saying?
You see a lot of that on my Sleepless Nights album and shit like that. I talk about a lot of, you know, me being pat fresh, you know what I mean, sleeping in the cells, you know, waking up, you know what I mean, just to see a bunch of niggas, like, you know what I mean, I talk a little bit about that, you know, and I still try to bring some of that into my music and shit, because I know sometimes there's people out there who's going through what I went through, if not worse, you feel what I'm saying? So, like, I just try to relate to all of them, you know what I mean, try to reach out through my music so they can hear me and all that, like, but I definitely did a little time and shit like that. I'm definitely on a better slate. I want to say, you know what I mean, with this music shit, definitely turned my whole life around. You know what I mean, being in the booth, my first time walking in the booth. Shout out to Buck Marley and shit like that. My first time ever even recording.
Definitely.
He told me like, yo, not for nothing, this shit is fire. You know what I mean?
Right, for sure. Shout out, bro.
When I first started, I didn't like my shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, nah, I ain't even want to go back. Like, fuck that music.
Right.
Like, right before I left, he told me like, yo, bro, come back. Like, this shit is I like it. Like, you know what I mean? So ever since he told me that, I'm just like, I went to the crib, listening to the track. He sent me and shit like, I'm like, nah, I'm about to really turn up. And when I was incarcerated and shit like that, I had a notepad. I used to write a bunch of raps, send them home to my sister and shit like that. So once I came home, I had about 80 raps on
right, for sure.
So I'm just like, I could just put these on tracks. But what I didn't know was you got to get beats, or know what I mean? You gotta have everything. And a lot of the tracks that I was writing, I want to say, like, it wasn't going with the beats I was fucking with in my head. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm trying to learn how to get the right beats for me, you know, so I could put them tracks on them beats. So it's definitely so much music that's coming to y'all.
Definitely. So, who's some of the artists that inspire you, or some of your artists that you listen to that you like now, or recent, or whatever? Like,
one of my mainstream, I probably say, you know, people that's in the industry that I like a lot, that I listen to. R.I.P. I listen to Juice WRLD a lot.
For sure.
He helped me get through a lot of shit.
R.I.P. Juice WRLD.
He helped me get through a lot of shit. I like Drake a lot. I like his versatility. I like how now he could just do anything. He could get on any track and make it sound his lane, you know what I mean? And I feel like sometimes he just get to the beat before you even hear the beat. So like that's another person I look up to with this music shit. And I try to like resemble a lot of like I try to get to the beat before you hear, you know? So I try to like try to be the best me, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely. That's what's up.
I also on the rap and people who rap, I fuck with Jadakiss a lot. He's raw. I fuck with Meek Mill.
Right. Definitely.
I fuck with Meek Mill like heavy. When I was little, like 11, 12, I used to watch Meek all the time. I'm like, yo, nah, because you know, people call me Meaky Meak and shit like that. So I mean, people used to try to fake call me Meek Mill and shit like that. So that was always, I mean, somebody who I look up to still. I mean, I just love everything they're doing and shit like that. Shout out to the Dream Chasers and shit like that. I'm definitely gonna be seeing y'all soon. Word.
Definitely. So, I got one more question. If you had to sacrifice one skill, which would you least like to let go, and why?
If I had to sacrifice one skill, if I had to sacrifice one skill, it'll be my singing. Because I feel like I can sacrifice singing and still make a hit.
For sure, yeah.
I gotta sing on a hit or melodize on the hits like on a song to make it sound, you know, pop in your ears. I feel like I could know auto tune, I could rap them and make everybody listen to it, everybody love it. You know what I'm saying? So I'll probably give up the singing. Okay. That'll hurt me too though, because I love singing to people and shit like that. Like I sing all the time. When my son was a newborn, I used to sing him to sleep. Like I love the melodies and all that. We used to play. My family, my 5 siblings used to play American Idol in the crib.
Right.
My mom used to be the judge. We used to all sing in front of my mom. I used to always win.
Right. For sure. For sure. Definitely. So, you want to give a shout out to anybody?
I want to shout out the whole Skrilla gang. I want to shout out the whole Skrilla movement. I want to shout out my son Martini. That's behind the camera. I want to shout out definitely a GOAT. Inspired me a lot with everything. I want to shout out my big bro Buck Marley. He definitely opened the doors for me and showed me like. He just encouraged me and showed me like not for nothing this shit is possible. Like just never give up. Like he showed me that I got a talent, I got a voice. Like he told me like don't ever give this shit up. I want to shout out my mom. You know I love my mom and shit. I wouldn't be doing none of this shit for you, mom. I want to shout out my sisters. I love my sisters to death. And I want to shout out I want to say R.I.P. to Quaheen, man. Like that's my brother. Like you feel me? Like R.I.P. to my boy. Like he was one of them people that told me like keep going, you know what I mean? Now I'm still here doing this music shit, you know what I mean? My bro is, you know, going and shit like that, rest in peace. So I just, you know what I mean, want to shout out the bro, let him know like I'm still, you know what I mean, rocking with your name. Feel me? Your name is still getting put in these songs, people still know what's up with you and shit like that. I want to say free my boy Tiz, man, free Tizzy, man, them little vibes, man. M-E-A-K-Y-M-E-A-K, free Tizzy, man. My son will be home. He got about 7 summers left. You know what I mean? He got a little 11, you know what I mean? So he'll be home soon now.
For sure. Okay, let's shout him out one more time. Meaky Meak.
M-E-A-K-Y-M-E-A-K, free Tizzy, man. Word, boom, boom, boom.
Definitely.
You're gonna be looking for that. Hear that? You hear that? Boom, boom, boom. That's Meaky. Word.
For sure. Crack TV. You already know what's going on, man. Meaky Meak, man. Y'all look out for that, man. Go check them out. All platforms.
And some money, and I'm still not at the top. I remember they was kicking me down. Now it's new shoes every time I step on the ground. You ain't know I had holes in my shoes. That's before I had Crocs.